Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Soviet Republic Workers and Resources. Today, as I discussed previously on the other episodes, I want to finalize the town, get it to where I want it to be. I did take some time and looked up how I can actually make this format better, and I was right, it has to do with your bus stops, because if your people can reach your bus stops, which actually most people can, then they can also reach everything that they need to go to. So makes it a little bit easier to set everything up. If they can reach the bus stop, they can reach everything. But I want to first off redesign what I have, just because I don't really like the design fully. I do like the block housing, but I want to kind of incorporate everything just a little bit better. So that's going to be a project that we kind of work on today, is getting the city set up, or the town. The crucial things that we do need is electricity, plumbing, heating, and waste. And then as well, if we go through the sections, they'll need their housing, they'll need food, they'll need a pub for alcohol. It just brings up the happiness amongst the citizens. Then we'll probably put a cinema in. We'll leave out the gallery of art just because we don't really need it right now, but they will need a sports facility. So outside stuff they can do during good weather, but inside stuff they can do all year round. So we might look to kind of do an inside activity, just so that our money and our resources go a little bit further than outside. And then we'll need to get emergency childcare, because they can't work unless if they can't put their citizens, or not their citizens, but their kids. If their kids can't go anywhere, then they can't go to work. So we need somewhere for the children, and then for our immigrants so that they can learn. And then orphanage we won't really get into. And then a university, we'll go for the technical university first, just because it's the research that I want. And then potentially we might get police station, but we'll see. So I'll start a little bit of this process on camera with you, just so you can kind of see what I'm looking to do, and then we might do another jump. I did run the game just a little bit, so things have started filling up. Things have started filling up. We have our steel, our prefab panels, and a bit of bricks are on their way. And I think this guy has boards, so they're separating their duties and they're filling up the houses. And then the dump trucks are bringing in gravel. So I think they're all filling it up right now. All right, so let's start off first by demolishing what we have. If you hold control and click, you don't actually have to go through the menu. It just automatically deletes. So again, we'll just kind of take everything out and take our roads out and take our pathways. So now we're back to a blank slate with nothing around, and I'm hoping, because we do need sewage, right? I'm hoping that my sewage can fit here without needing bulldozer. Oh, perfect, it can. So I'm going to place this here to start with. I'm going to mirror it so that the walkway is on the right-hand side, not the left. Makes it a little bit easier to get it to the city, or town. I keep calling it a city. Maybe this will just be the city then at the end of the day. Maybe make it a little bit easier. So to start with, sometimes I like laying out the paths and everything to the to what I'm building, but I don't know if I want to do that this time around, just because I noticed that everything kind of lines up a little bit better when you place your buildings down first. Just due to the fact that you can kind of lay them straight and then put the roads alongside them, so your buildings look more straight than your roads, which is quite nice. So I was thinking, if we just kind of talk it through a little bit, I was thinking that up here, right in this area, oh, that's not a box. In this area, I was thinking that I would do like the residential stuff, and then down in here I could have the grocery store and things like that, where they can go. And then I do want the bus stop to be kind of near the end of town, but they still have access to shopping, everything else they need, and they can come down from the residential to it. because the construction yards, I want them to be designated to grab their workers from the bus stop. So let's start laying that out. So we need, sorry, sometimes it's difficult, but bus platforms. This is just a bus stop. This is just good for sending them somewhere, but you definitely want to have a platform because you can hold a lot more citizens at it, because it calculates passenger capacity, and that's tourists, passengers, workers, it's everything. So I want to have about 2,000 citizens in this first town. I think that would be kind of a good benchmark, because they'll be able to do a bunch of stuff. There'll be a bunch of leftover extra. And then we can eventually expand, like we said, the town a little bit into here. But then potentially this would just be a starter town that more or less feeds the industrial demand for the coal plant we'll have and everything else. But then I think our main city, we'll start building it up around over here, or even potentially closer to the oil, because we can actually use this lake here as a way to ship stuff, and then I can go here and load up and then go back onto ships, and then we can use the water, use the river as means of exporting. So this will just be a good town, good starter town, where then we'll branch out. So let's start placing down that bus stop, or the platform, sorry. So I think thinking about 600 should be good for a 2,000 person town. I don't think we're going to need much more. And what's nice about this platform, it does have a in the top left there, an entrance and an exit route. So it's kind of a one-way. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to actually mirror it. So I'm gonna have my residential up here, have my commercial, well, not commercial, but just their needs down here. So if they can walk to the bus stop and then they can walk to what they need, that'll increase their distance, right? So maybe we'll place it down in here. So we'll do that, and then we'll bring these roads down, try to make them perfectly aligned like that. Perfect. And then now this is where it gets a little bit tricky in my mind. Actually, let's line this up to this road a little better, because what gets tricky for me is I have to bring these across. So I don't know if I want to turn this into just a one-way road, or like a one lane, just merge it in and then have this as a one lane going through, or leave it as two. I think I might take it down to a 1. So let's just quickly take it down to a 1. And then we'll place the bus platform of 600. And we'll flip it. So I mean, how you can't perfectly get it aligned. This is pretty good actually, but so we will put that there, and then now with it being just a one-way road, right? Or not a one-way, but just a one road. They can choose, eventually this will be coming in and this will be going out. So then it does lead into a 1, but we can upgrade this to be far more lanes, right? And this pretty much just needing for the buses to get here. And then they have a bus exit, which is great. So we do need to set this up to allow them to go back out. I'm not sure if they actually, you know, I know this just goes against what I just said I want to do, but I think I will leave it as a 2. And I'll bring this up like that, right? Because if they are coming through, because this eventually this will be a one-way leading out of town. And then this would be a one-way leading into town. So with this, if anybody's coming, if the buses are coming, they can just do a UE, but then people that are coming in can just kind of cut straight across, which is fine, which is great. And then this allows for us to continue this road, right? Continue the road, and then we can flip it around. Okay, maybe we'll have to figure that out in a little bit. Actually, trying to think how it works out. Because like no pedestrians can move across. Maybe we'll just do everything above here. Have this as a kind of the bypass, and then everything starts up here. So we do need this to come back out onto this road. However, so actually let's go like this, and then we'll bring it back in. This definitely opens up the road, and we could potentially actually, because it is quite small and we don't need a big place, like this 60 would probably be great, and we can honestly just place the pub off of the bus stop. It is still quite big, so I wonder what else. Potentially even the fire station. No. Is there another size fire station? There is a smaller with 2 vehicles. We're on the 4. I don't think we're going to need anything. Oh, wow, that is quite small. That's quite big, and that's even bigger. Okay. I would like to have 4, but I don't think I'm going to need that many. So I will place this here. Right, so they do... The fire trucks will have a quick way of getting out, because they can just hit the highway. And if they do need to cut back, they can use this as a turnaround point. I'm actually kind of thinking maybe even an exit here, so in case they do have to just get on this road, and I'll just put it as a one-way, so you can only go onto the road eventually. But right now, leaving it at that is fine. And then let's put the pub in, because now it's less space. It's kind of perfect. It's quite small. So I think we can let's kind of place it close, which will then allow us to run a pedestrian walk. And we can even connect right there. And we'll connect a walk there. I do believe the pub produces waste. Let's see. It does not. No, does it? Pub. Max daily consumes water, hot water, power. It does produce garbage, so we should have... It doesn't produce much. So we could probably get away with the small, but actually if this is near the edge of the town, it would be nice with this. We don't need that large, I don't think. Yeah, so this would be perfect. So what this will allow, when we place this down, is any of our technical services that are serving the citizens in the town, it doesn't have to go all the way to a dump. What we can do is say, hey, service the town, drop off everything at this big garbage stand, and then we'll have somebody else take it out of town. So all that somebody else out of town is doing for other technical offices is they'll start here, they'll come into town, they'll go to this dump station, and they'll just grab them on their big dump trucks, and they'll take it out to the dump, which we'll probably place over here, but I'm not too sure right now. So this is a good start. It allows us to bring buses in, bring buses out and around, and then also allows for garbage to be collected rather seamlessly. I will put a footpath. I kind of wanted this one, but I can put a footpath like that, just so it's like leading out a bit, because we do have a little bit of extra space. But I think the only problem with this right now is they actually can't utilize that. Well, it should be, because they just chuck it in the container. I'm gonna leave it, see if it does work like that, because it realistically should, where they can just chuck it in, right? They don't need to have these small containers, right? Okay, so let's keep going. It would be nice if the road did continue in, right? This could now just be a singular road that leads into the city. So actually I might pull this back. It's town, not city. And then I want it to be able to just run. I want it just to be run into that node. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get the privilege to do that, so we're gonna have to do that. Can I actually get it to be a little bit closer? Let's see. No, seems like right there is where it's gonna need to go. Any extra nodes we don't need? No, perfect. Okay. So now we have the fire station, we have the pub, so that's perfect. And then out of here, we also need the shopping center. So the shopping center that I want to go with is only for 150. I think we need more. So I think the 220, ooh, that's a lot. I only need about 2, so maybe even the small shopping center would be better. This allows them to get all their amenities instead of just putting a grocery store, which is just does food. So this actually opens up a lot more possibilities for us. I know it can fit here, but that blocks my factory connections where I want to have a warehouse set up with it all. So I don't really want to place that down, but I think I'm going to run another road off of here. I'll see if I can make it as straight as possible because it's not telling me anything really. That looks pretty straight. Perfect. Okay. And then can we run a road? I wonder if I should run a road like this to allow more movement. Perfect. Yeah. So I'm going to run this across. And then this I'll run down like so, and then I'll connect. So now I can actually probably grab the kindergarten, which I need about 180. I don't need the massive one. I won't be able to fit. Oh, no, it can. Perfect. So I can actually fit the elementary school. I don't need paths on this side, so I will delete the paths on this side, and I'm going to just redo the road real quick. I might actually just keep this running past and this running down, and then I'll connect. Yeah, that works perfect, because then I have a good main road running in, but then I can actually expand. Perfect. All right, so this is actually turning out a lot better than previously when I was trying to build it up. It's looking a lot better. The bus stop is here, brings them all in, all the citizens, and we can actually have some housing on this side. But I think first, actually, placing the supermarket here would be the best bet because it's nice and close. So if they're actually hanging out here, they can just go stop and go to the market and grab whatever they need. And then we can have some housing in here and put the school and things like that. So let's quickly lay that out. Right here, small grocery store. And I can actually put the warehouse and everything off the back side of it. So I don't really have to worry about it too much. They'll just be able to fill it up. So I'll do that and that just to connect it nicely there. Perfect. Okay. We will grab the warehouse and we will, that's grain, that's meat. We do need a meat storage, but we also need a warehouse. I'm going to flip this and I'm going to move it. So now I can actually take another road off the backside and connect it. So they don't really have to even leave the main road, right? If I do that, and then I grab meat storage, the 75 tons will be plenty enough. Connect that up. Run the road down. And we can connect there. So I'm actually going to grab it from here and connect, and then I'll connect it up. Perfect. And then we can get rid of this. And we'll go like that. And then we should be able to... if I delete it fully. Okay, maybe I have to delete it back one more. There we go. That's what I want. I want a nice road in. And we actually could be able to place the waste disposal here, because this does generate quite a lot of waste, but also the school does. So I think maybe even just across the road might be great, where the school is going to be, and have a large collection. So let's place the large collection stand, because I know the school in my previous plays, it just so much garbage so quickly. So they can kind of share that garbage. And then we'll grab the school, wherever it is. I keep forgetting where it is. Perfect, school. We're going to grab the probably 360. I know it's a lot, but eventually I want to use this town that we build as kind of almost an immigration hub for immigrants when they come in, because they'll probably just do construction labor more than anything else. And then we can have more of our loyal citizens up in the city, right? So it's kind of like their first stop, low housing, and we will have a ton of citizens to start with that need educating. So I just think this is just kind of a perfect start. It is a little bit overkill, but it allows us to have a lot of education quick, right? And we can lower the amount of teachers that are there in case. Awesome. So we haven't touched any of this, which is fine. We will. We have touched the waste because just from previous experience, we haven't placed any residential yet. We have placed their food. We have placed their pub. Now it's time for the cinema, and the cinema is rather big. I was hoping it could fit just right in there, but I might have to I could probably just delete that back road. I don't think we need it. Yeah, they can easily reach. So we're going to delete this back pathway to the school. We'll grab the cinema, and it should... yes. It will fit in here. A little bit awkwardly, admittedly, but it will fit. I wonder if it's because it's bumping into that, if I need to just delete this path. I don't need it necessarily. Let's see. Yeah, so it was just bumping into that, and that's why I was acting weird. So now we can put it a lot closer to the road. Perfect. So that's their cinema. That's where they're going to get their culture and everything. And what's nice is they can go to this year round. It's inside, it's not outside, so it's perfect for them. They can actively go to it all year round. And it's still very much within distance of the bus stop. But we are pushing a bit of ways. We are 86. This is probably about 100. And we can only go about 200. So most of the stuff, most of the residential is going to have to fit in here, which it can. We are getting kind of close to the mountain, but it definitely can fit. So so these are about 150. I just kind of round that number. These are about 150. So they store quite a lot of citizens, which is good because we need quite a lot of storage, or not storage, but housing. I'm just trying to find the best location, because see how they can't reach the bus stop over here, but they can up here. So that's what I'm just trying to determine, as I need them to be able to reach the bus stop. So I'm wondering even if I put it on this side, and then we can have another bus stop, kind of an internal bus stop in the city that can pull them here. If I start all the citizens over here, yeah, because they can walk across. And I think if we put a walkway and a walkway, now it should be more of a direct path. Yeah, okay. So let's see. Just everything's so weird. And can I level the land? I need a bulldozer. Okay, we played too far. I need a bulldozer. So I can't smooth unless I have a free excavator. All right, that's fine. Okay, let's see if I can place. So I don't need it, I guess, right against. And I would like kind of a bit of block housing. All right, because as long as they can reach, I think the way it works, and we'll find out, if they can reach the bus stop, that means that they can reach the school, because I think this is where everyone kind of sits before they decide what they're going to do for the day. Like, all right, let's go to the bus depot and let's go see what we can do. And then they just kind of pool up and then they disperse. I think that's also the way it works for citizens that don't work, that just kind of are determining where are they going to go get their food. So I really don't. Oh man, I really don't like the way it does that. And we already determined that they can't reach back here. Oh no, they can. Especially if I put the road there. They gotta pull so far away from the road. Or can I do it in here? All right, well, I'm gonna kind of figure this out just a little bit, but you kind of can see the plan that we need to place in housing. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. And I'll be back in a second when I kind of figure out where it's gonna go. Alrighty, welcome back. A quick snap of the fingers and a quick edit by me. Quick or not quick, I don't know, probably not quick. Quickly put down housing. I do like the diagonal level to it, adds a little bit more character. So I think they're gonna go in here. I just quickly placed down the housing like I discussed, but now we must continue. So when I said they're about 150 each, so right, so this is about 150. So this is 3, this is 6, and then you're looking at 750. So we have about 750 for housing, which we still have a lot more open area to develop down here, which I think I might do the same principle with these where I have them angled. I kind of just want this to be like almost just very large houses, more for, it's like they're just being used to house a ton of people. We won't just always be using these type of housing, but it is very good early on to be using these types of housing. Quickly gives you quite a lot of housing capacity very quickly. So then we're going to do this, do a few more, right? Okay, and then we just got to connect those pathways, the ones that didn't connect. I think I'm going to do that. I know it's a little bit off from everything else, and then I like to connect it up just to give them another kind of pathway in case they want. So now we're looking at about 3, 6, another 750 because it's another 5. So 750 plus 750 is about 1,500, which is a good number. I think we can probably add a little bit of smaller housing around. But we do, before we do that, we want to make sure that we place our hospital, just so that we can kind of map that out as well. I do like the idea of it here, but then it also is very close to the theater. So maybe we could spread it out, because it's becoming a very dense town. There's not really much movement going on. For them, and see how like they can't reach the hospital, but the hospital is being reached by the bus stop, right? So they should be able to reach the hospital through the bus stop. I actually might place it up in here, just so it's by the market, it's kind of by everything. Which is good. So yeah, we'll place it there. We don't really need a walking path. but I think I might put one on the back side, just like that, just so they have another way from the bus stop to get to the hospital instead of having to go all the way around. And see if I can connect. I can connect those, but I don't need to. So I'm gonna see if I can connect. Nope, can't. Okay, let's just delete that then. I was hoping to see if I can connect it through, but I cannot. So everything is connected. Yeah, everything's connected through the bus stop. So they should be able to get all their amenities, everything they need. We just go through this list. We have our housing. We have about enough for, I think we said about 1,700 or 1,750 or even 1,800 rough numbers. So that's a good start and kind of build off of that. We have a good grocery store, not grocery store, sorry, shopping mall place down. We don't need this because this is just for attraction. We have a pub. We don't need this yet. We do have a cinema. Don't need a gallery, but we do need some indoor activities. So we could do it. Ooh, wow, that is huge. 105, 90, place of sports. I think a sports hall would be probably fine, and I'll probably place, yeah, I'm gonna place it off from here, and I might actually be able to run a path. No, I will be able to run a path though around there, so they can choose to go to the cinema, or they can also go to the sports hall, which will keep them inside. I'm gonna rotate this because it seems like this is the front and that's the back. So we will do something, think like that. That looks good. And then let's see if we can connect through. No, that's what I was thinking. But we can connect it back here. So that increases their walk, or that decreases their walk to 175. So everyone should be able to reach that. Right, perfect. Things generate garbage, but I think these are in walking distance for the things that do generate. We might have to place some waste management here. I think a small stand betwixt would be fine, and I think I'm just gonna place one there and one there. Then I'll do one there and one here. So this should be enough to stop the garbage from piling up. Right? So they can drop their garbage off. I think it might be a little overkill too, to be honest, but that's okay. It's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. And I'm going to take a quick drink of water. All right. It's like a Biffa quick save, but I don't drink tea. So, and then like I said, we do need our technical college. We'll just go for the smaller one. We don't need the massive big one. I want to kind of a road actually coming through here. I want to frame this in. So I think if we do that, yeah, perfect. That kind of frames it in a little bit. And then we can add, I'm going to add it right here. Another pathway, and then I will put a pathway down. Yeah, so they have a way out. No, sorry, I didn't mean to delete that one. We will connect, but then this side, we'll just do that, and then that. There we go. All right, so now I can kind of go between. Awesome. So actually, this is actually a perfect spot. I know I'm jumping now a little bit, but this is a perfect spot to have the water tower. So when we produce water, it can kind of store here in case we ever run into a problem where not enough people go to work that day or whatnot. Allows for us to store up some water. So I think I'll place that here. I just have to determine where's my water. I think we'll process it over there as well. So I do need a in from the top, which that has it, and then an out to the city. So that's perfect. Yeah, that can be where the water is. Awesome. All right, back to what we were doing was the technical college university, sorry, and we're going to place that here, and they can still reach from the bus stop, which again is crucial because that's where they'll be coming to, that's where they go, right? So they can reach. Awesome. And again, we'll put just a small garbage stand. I think, don't think I need the big stand, but just in case I do, I will place a big stand here because I can still access it, as well as the hospital can. Pretty much everything can. So now they have two options, and then again, this is where the big trucks will come in to take it out, which I'm a little worried now that that might not be enough because everything's kind of ramping up quickly, and I only have this small, which is a 52 tons of mixed waste. So we might have to up not the size that we have, but the amount of trucks that come here, and the regularity that they make their trips. They might have to be more regular. All right, so we didn't do electrical. We did a little bit of the water. We did no heating yet, no waste. We have placed, I believe, everything down here that we wanted. We have a hospital. I do not think we have a fire. No, we do. We put the fire station down. Perfect. So we have a fire station. We have a kindergarten. I believe, yeah, right here. Kindergarten. We have a school. We're not going to do orphanage now. We did pick our university that we want to start early on with, which is the technical university, because it gives us the, what's it called again? Geolocating mapping. It gives us that, so we can kind of see where all these ores are, so we can kind of determine where the bigger city might go. Police station, I actually don't think we put one, so I will just get a small. We don't need the large one. The small one does, especially for this small type of city. Crime will be a bit higher though, because it is immigrants that are moving in. It is not loyal Soviet bloc members, but that's okay. We can just place that here. I think that's a perfect spot. So that will be kind of the setup. It's kind of nice to have the police station right next to the hospital. Fire department's a little bit far away in proximity, but that's all right. So that hits our crime and justice. We don't need anything for maintenance currently. I think eventually we will build a technical service office, probably the small one, the 4 size, because these are what manages your snow plows. Actually, let's just put this down real quick and I can kind of tell you everything that's supposed to do. So sewage, snow plows, waste trucks, and water cistern. So actually right here, you can kind of see everything. So these are the big garbage containers that I'm talking about where the trucks come. They'll allow for these big bins to be collected. So it's perfect. We don't need it now because I think we'll probably build it up here so that they're not in the city bugging anybody, causing a nuisance. But another thing that we did kind of forget, because we only went down to here, tourism we don't have to touch right now, but something that is very important is that you have these Soviet monuments. These just build government loyalty, and that is rather important that you have loyal citizens, because they can do jobs that you determine are only for them and not for others. So actually we can place a nice big monument right there, which will be good. It's always good to have monuments by your citizens. So this is a 2.8, this is a 2.4, this is a 4.5. Wow. Maybe it's nice to build. How much does it cost? A lot more. Oh yeah, it does. 46 tons of concrete, 10 tons of steel. Wow, these actually cost a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go do one of those big ones because it costs 10 tons of steel, but I will do this here and that there. That should be, once it's built, that should be enough proximity. Yeah, for the citizens. You only have to build it around the citizens, right? Because that's what they'll see. We don't need to do any fencing. I haven't really got into any of that, but like even like even these are kind of cool, right? You can do park gates, kind of fence things in. So if you want your communist party headquarters fenced in, you can, right? You can. This is massive. I wouldn't build this first. It would be this one, but you can like fence it in, make it nice and cool. Yeah. So I think that is the city designed. Now we just have to add the utilities. But I think I'll probably do the utilities off camera just because you guys can kind of see the plan for the city, what's it's going to look like. You have the sewage over there. And then because the utilities is a bit tedious, getting the electricity in, getting the water and sewage, and then the heating. But I will bring you back when we do heating. I want to be able to show you where the small heating plant's going to go. It's going to go somewhere in this industrial area. And then I'll kind of explain to you when the water's done, kind of how I did it and why you have to do it that way. So I'll be right back once that's finished and finalized. All right, here we are back. I've went ahead. I actually, originally when I left you guys, the sewage outcharge was over here. I did move it closer to the city. It does not have pollution on it, so I figured just closer to the city might be better. We won't expand out to the water's edge. We'll stay more inland, just to avoid if there is any dangers with it. I don't think there is, but so it pretty much comes to this sewage tank. The sewage tank grabs it all. As you can see, though, the house up here is actually being missed. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna demolish it. I'm gonna replace it with you so you can kind of see the process. So with sewage, like I said, as long as it's flowing downriver or downhill, you have no issues. But right now it's just trying to find the place that works best. I think I just need it more centralized in the city because like right around here works kind of for everyone. So now we just have to figure out a place to place it. Looks like no. Actually right here might be a good place. I think it hits everybody. Yep. So we'll place it right here. We'll hook up the walkway, and then now we will need to this one. We'll cancel all that piping, and then what I did was I put a large pipe just to again be more safe, and I hooked it up to this far one due to the fact that I want to leave these other two open to have switches because we're going to expand the town out this direction, right? So if I put it on that one first, we would have to cut around some piping. So I think on that far side's good. So that's the sewage. And then, like I said, this water tower takes the water and will store it. And I actually have it set up. One thing that I did forget, so I'll do it with you. I have it set up so that it comes out through a pump. You have to always pump the water no matter if it's uphill or downhill, and then it goes out to a substation. This substation covers every single building. Also, when I left you, I did not have these buildings up here. I had to move this building because they could not reach the walkway. So right now we have 3, 6, 9, right? 3, 6, 9. So we have about 1,800 people, which is around the number I wanted to. We can expand, but now the water is set. One thing I do have to do here is I need to take out this line, which I believe it was a large line. I need to take out that line, and I need to add a pump, small water pump. This is just due to the fact that you have to pump the water. It always has to be pumped. So I think I might actually just do it right here. It's out of the way. And then, yeah, I did do big. So it'll pump here, and then from there, it'll pump into the tower. So now it'll actually pump. So you always have to use pumps to pump where you want it to go. Not how sewage works, like I explained. Sewage, you just have to have it and pump it out downhill. So that's plumbing done. Heating, everything will just revolve off of this large heating facility, which gets everything, which is perfect. And then the way heating works is as long as it can reach, which is about 1,000 meters. That's how far the pump goes before you need a heat pumping station. So we are definitely within range. If we go point here to where we're gonna have our heating plant, yeah, we're way within range. Honestly, we're kind of too close for the pollution level, so I might actually place it around here, so then I can actually be out of the range of pollution, which is not far away. It's kind of where I wanted anyways. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do, because I just realized that we're pretty far behind. We haven't started running the game yet. We're on episode 2, and there's gonna need to be a lot of work done before we keep building. So I think what I want to do is we have everything set except for the electricity, but I do want to have the power transformer sitting right outside the city. So we'll set that there, and then we'll go underground. And then what I want to do is I want it the line to come in to the city, and then it distributes to these other substations. So now it's completely out of the way. I have 3 of them. That should be plenty for 2,000 citizens. So if we go kind of through the list, I have power. Power is ready. Power can just be imported all the way from Valoka, right? It can be imported. We don't have to do anything else about it. I'll set up the line. We have the medium voltage going in. We don't have the high switch, but I want to put the one high switch here and then a smaller switch. Actually, sorry, a smaller switch here, because we're only going to go out this way and we're going to come in. But I want a bigger switch here in case I want to run more lines this way or more lines out that way, right? And then we have our power transformer. We just placed that down. So that is everything with electricity. We just have to hook it up. And then heating, like I said, it's set. We just have to put our heating plant, which is going to be relatively around here. And then our substation is already set. It's just set by here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video again. I'm going to take some time. I'm going to set up these construction offices with all the vehicles that they need. Get the game running. When I come back, that's when we're going to decide that we will not keep the game paused anymore. It will just constantly be running, and we can start actually building these constructions, because there is quite a lot to do. And it actually reminds me, we talked about this previous episode. I need a construction yard over here, so we'll place it here. Also, we're going to need, and I'm not going to put more than one. I'm just going to put one, but we do need a storage yard here so that they can have everything that they need, so that they don't have to continuously run back and forth. Which I will probably forget that we're doing this, because we do also want to set up our gravel, and that's going to be our first export, is our gravel. And then shortly after will be the oil. So let me go get this all set up. Let me put the heating plant down, or the not the heating plant, the heating plant. I was right. Put the heating plant up, get all this hooked up, get the electricity hooked up, have everything kind of running, and then when we come back, the game will be officially running, and we won't stop. So I'll be right back to do that, and then we'll go from there. We have, like discussed, added, if we start over here, we've added the heating plant. So this actually, the small heating plant will, oh, actually I didn't hook up the line, so I'll do that with you guys right now. So we'll do probably a medium heating pipe underground big. Let's just do a big. So what we're gonna do is, oh wow, I can only do smalls out of here. All right, so we're going to be doing a small. Building in the way. What building is in the way? All right, there we go. So we can do this. Boom. All right, so we're kind of running everything under this mountain, like we said. So anyways, so the heating plant will send heat to the city. The city will distribute it. And then I had to set up everything for this heating plant. So there's electricity installed. It makes its own heat. There's water and there's sewage, and the sewage actually runs out, through, and down. And what I did was I actually put it into the middle one, and I left the left and right open in case we want to spread out this way, which we can't really go that far because the border's here. But then I also tied in this main line to the sewage. And actually, just kind of looking at this, I'm going to actually change it again. And I will put it in a big pipe, and I will put it to the end. Just because I can always tie in here for anything over here, tie it in, and then just run it out. I don't want to handcuff myself. And what I will do as well is when this one runs out, I'm going to have a bunch of splits. So those splits will allow me just to tie back in. So yeah, so this heating plant does its heating, and then I also have a water treatment plant, where the water treatment plant, the water well, which can't have anything really built around it, which I don't think we're going to develop too much in this general area. It pumps the water, and then it pumps it through to a pump, and then into the water treatment plant. Then that water treatment plant pumps out to this big water pump station, which pumps into this substation, which supplies these two with water. As well as this pipe comes through to my switch, and then it distributes itself to the water tower, then the water tower to, through another pump to the substation. So that sets everything kind of up. And as you can see, I also got the electricity set, which they're starting to work. They're starting to work on everything. It seems as though they've picked kind of the furthest away stuff. Which is also stuff that I did put down first, so it does make sense. So they're on the site building away, doing their thing. I did purchase a whole bunch of different machinery, got some concrete mixers, got these smaller trucks. Looks like he's actually dropping some stuff off, sort of. But I got these big ones. I also got these small ones because they go faster, so I can start upgrading my roads. But another thing too that I want to get, and I think putting it, don't know if I left myself enough room in here, but something that I wanted to do, and this is going to kind of be what I do that finishes the video, is I want to put down some construction yards, because these construction yards, and actually I should probably place it by the already pre-established power. I need excavators now. Shoot. So what I'm thinking is if I can put, let's see, one goes, I'm going to pause it real quick just to make sure that these can both fit. If one goes like that, and the other one can go like this. Right, and then this will allow me to have a ton, like 24 more vehicles, which will increase construction by a lot. So if we connect this all up, like so, and then we delete that, there. So what I'm going to tell them is high priority on these. So once they're built, then we can actually send more trucks and everything around, which will be very, very beneficial. The only issue is we're out of boards. So okay, if we're out of boards, oh, because I told you guys just to load certain things, that is on me. Right. Hold on, I have to fix this because I have another. I had to buy another oil tanker so that we filled up enough. which they're doing it now, but at the start when the reason why I bought it off camera is because I did forget to tell him to unload. So he'll wait until he gets told to go, like now. Oh, he almost got told, but then it's like, oh no, I got it, dude, don't worry. So what we are going to do is, because we need so much stuff so quick, and I can always move these to the bigger one once they're built if I don't need them, is we're going to get some more open halls, and we're going to fill up with 3 more. As you can see, the dumpers are not doing anything, so that's kind of wasting resources. But I don't really have any open spots, so I really hope they start doing... Oh, I guess I need to queue them. I hope they start actually building these construction sites first, which I think... Yeah, it's like the bottom of their list. I would like them to build these first, because then I'll have a lot more vehicles to go around and build up everything a lot quicker. I'll probably look into that on next episode, see if that's something we should do, if we should reassign everything so they're focusing their efforts on getting these construction offices up in kind of our start of our industrial. But everything else is underway. I did cancel the entire city, so nothing in the city will be getting built until we kind of set up our infrastructure. Next episode, we'll probably tackle putting gravel processing in, so we can at least export a bit and make some money so we're not constantly losing. And then we can probably import some coal, which that's kind of what I remember. Does this have a loading station? Small heating. Storage for vehicles, loading and unloading. So it does. So, actually though, how do I pop that back up? There we go. Quickly before we end, I'm going to demolish this just because I remembered that I need it to have a place to load aggregate. Or not aggregate, but to load coal. And currently it does not. So I'm going to cancel that. Actually, I'll just put that like that. Cancel the heating pipe. Cancel this path. And then grab the small heating plant. Actually, yeah, I think what I'll do, I'm going to still place it in here, but I'm going to switch the side where it loads aggregate so the coal can actually be loaded, because then I can just set it up behind this bus stop and it can be loaded. So we'll set up the pipe, set up the underground pipe. And we might have to do the same thing. Oh no, this time it works. Perfect. All right. Well, that concludes episode 2 of the series. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment. Tell me what you like about the series or what you don't. Hopefully the audio is a little bit better this episode. And yeah, we'll be back with episode 3 hopefully tomorrow. So take care.